8, 9, 11. I think that should be it. Hi guys, Yacca here. Well, I want to show you this stealth rogue. I've been using it a lot over the course of this weekend in tournaments, and I've started to use it on ladder to get a quick climb. I like playing different decks, but this is an aggro deck, and you need to play it as such. You really need to consider and go face a lot. The initial game plan that you have is that you always want to go for getting one of your 1-drop stealth minions, whether you're on the coin or not. I will like to keep a sneaky delinquent as well, unless I draw one of the 1-drops. You can also keep a Greyheart Sage. I'd much rather like to keep a Greyheart Sage than any other things. I don't want to throw back a Greyheart Sage to look for a 1-drop stealth minion or a sneaky delinquent. So you definitely want to keep one of those 6 cards, like 2 Spy Mistress, Walk-in Infiltrator, and Sneaky Delinquent, but always keep the Greyheart Sage, because you need to generate a little bit more draw over the course of the game. Against the mirror match, you would also like to consider to keep at least 1 Penflinger, because that's kind of the chip damage that you can allow yourself to control the board with, because you're not a board control deck, but in the mirror match this is actually quite fine. Self-sharpening sword is one of your heavy damage generating motors off the deck, and with the addition of Nitro Boost Poison, that's simply just crazy how much damage you can do. You should always try and use both your and your opponent's turn to count up the stuff that you can do. You can have the deck tracker do some things for you, but you really have to consider also the draws that you can make. If you get a little bit more advanced in the deck, you will try and look for, if I drop this secret passage here, how much damage can I actually draw, and then you'll be able to squeeze out lethals out of what seems to be nowhere, and you should easily be able to damage your opponent for between 15-18 points of damage, even if you only have a few points of damage showing on the board and with your weapon in hand. So therefore, if you are up for some aggro play, early climb, stuff like this, it's not good against everything, but it is quite powerful, and you can definitely have a quick climb. You are easily countered by Warrior and Paladin, so be wary of that you will get some auto losses as well. But other than that, this actually does fine, and you will have some quick games, and just get over the losses that you do get, because you'll get right up the ladder really quickly. I'll show you a couple of games where I'll try and explain a little bit, and you should try and take away from the matches as much as you can. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I've had a bunch of support. I know I haven't been that much active in the last couple of days, but we are picking up the pace just again. So let's head on into the gameplay so you can see the decks in action. It's not a favorite matchup, but we will play it out anyway. Penflinger. Sneaky is good, especially when I draw a Greyheart Sage. I'll keep it. He kept 1 card. Alright. He's just going in. Makes this one a little bit better, but I'm going to get a bit of damage first. Jeez, man. Wow.
A cruel fate awaits you in the ashes.
Alright. Let's go for this. Need to control the board just a little bit. Seems weird as the aggro stealth rogue, but he runs out of resources a bit before me, usually. So I can self-sharpening sword. And then this one. I think that's the best line of action. Oh, taking care of the Wolpetingers. Then I should be able to pen fling on the last couple of minions. It is the Highlander deck. What will it give him for 2 mana? Shadow with Pain? Power of the Wild? Holy smite. Okay. That weren't too bad for me. Guess I can hit Zephyrus. I could also just control the board with this one here. And then shoot, develop, and hit face. I'm kind of stabilized here. I don't think I need the pain fling all that much. I think it's much more worth to have that on the board. Always hover. Let's hit, and then we'll draw. Well, I guess we can do this, swindle. And replay that one. And drop the Worgen. Hopefully he does not have that much damage. Explosive trap would be one of the worst ones. 6-10. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Need 11 points of damage, but isn't it kind of almost there? 3, 5, 4. Almost. Let's do this first. Sinister Strike. Then we can swindle, yes. Deadly Poison. 2, 4, 8. 8. 9, 11. I think that should be it. Woohoo! We got there in the nick of time. Doing math really hard. Also, you should try and use your opponent's turn to try and already count how much damage you can actually do, because you'll be so pressed for time whenever you're playing the stealth aggro rogue. Nice. Great cards, but I want to have a minion. Give me a 1-drop. Ooh. Saucy into sneaky into self-sharpening sword. It's actually a good curve. If I do draw into the Greyheart Sage, it's gonna be the one I drop before the sword, but still, it's kind of good. Walking is better. I'd much rather like to charge that one, maybe with a nitro boost on it. Okay. That one is not gonna do anything when it goes face. It goes against every fiber in my body to clear the board whenever I'm playing an aggro deck, so... Let's go ahead. Start pushing in some damage. This could be like a Breath of the Infinite. What's that called? Holy Arcane? No. Alright. Do I want a secret passage here? Just because I'm not really interested in floating mana. I think that's fine. Ah, dude. But I can do this. It's actually pretty good. Into this. Prep. Deadly. Cutting. Wow. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And then into what? Like another 6, that's 13. Plus 3, 16 from hand if he clears the board. Yep, that's lethal. turn 5? Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Yeesh. No way, man. No, that's no fair. Oh, there's way too much damage output. Okay. That was the... there you go. Stealth Aggro Rogue. Do remember to subscribe and hit the like, comment if you're up for it. I know it's a kind of a scummy deck, but it's worked really well for me on ladder and tournaments. Sometimes you whiff, but many times you also have games like this where you just push so much damage. Thanks for watching, guys.